Hey everyone, this is AD and I'm going to rank every single map in the game for Galactic Assault from worst to best. I feel like I have enough gameplay for each map to do this ranking video. I might be wrong, but it seems quick and easy, so why not do it? So that's what I'm going to do. In number 13th is Jakku, and what could be a bigger disappointment? This map seems really lazy, and they didn't put much effort into it. It just feels like a rehash of Tatooine, but there's a Star Destroyer there, and there wasn't one on Tatooine, so that's why I don't like this map. I'm pretty sure there's other things which I could talk about. Here are my main concerns with it. In number 12th is Takodana. This one could be just as bad, or even worse, than Jakku. The thing is, the redeeming grace for Takodana is the third phase at Maz's castle. It's the only part which I want to play. The thing is, you barely ever get there because you usually lose or win by the first phase because it's so hard to take. And then the second phase is just as bad. So you're never going to get a foothold to the third phase. But if you do, you can get some really interesting gameplay and battles over there. Especially since the rebels spawn on top and the Imperials could just get there. But the rebels have to find a way how to get downstairs. In 11th place is Starkiller Base. I don't really like this one either because the first phase is kind of hard. The second phase is just drags on for too long, and the third phase is the best phase. But the thing is, this Starkiller Base could be done in 10 minutes or less. It is so quick to come and go. At the longest, it might be 15 because you get stuck in the second phase. But overall, it's a really short map. And that's why it's so low on the list. It needs to be at least a decent amount of time and not really easy. Number 10 is Tatooine. And I actually like this map. It's just that the second phase is kind of boring. But for the first phase, I always love to defend the cantina. This is the famous Star Wars site. And on the third phase, I like trying to blow up the U-Wing if we ever get there. It's just a really good phase. It's not too much of a sniper map, and every single class could do well there. But if the second phase was better, then maybe it would be up higher on the list. Number 9 is Hawk. This would be ranked higher on the list if it wasn't for the first phase. The first phase is a sniper fest for the Rebellion, because the Empire has the low gun and the Rebellion has the high gun. But if you're trying to get the Iron Chapter, the Empire is camouflaged so well that it's almost impossible, unless you see a hero and you be prepared for it. But if you're the Empire, the ATs are so hard to fire with their main fire, that you have to use the second fire or the orbital strike to actually get a kill. But the second and third phase are pretty solid. The second phase could be a little long and repetitive, but overall, it's pretty good. Number 8 is Camino. I like this map a lot, but the phases can be kind of boring. So the first phase is hard to take, and so is the second phase. Those are the two bad phases, but then the third and fourth phase kind of make up for it, because I got some really intense gameplay and killed 4 people with a laser trip mine in the third phase, and it could get really intense in the fourth phase. That's why I put it in the 8th spot. Anything from 10 to 1 are all great maps. The other 3 aren't. Number 7 is Kashyyyk. Kashyyyk, second and third phase are probably 2 of my favorites. But the thing is, the first phase is just so long. It's just unbelievably long. And one time we got barely halfway through the objective before we destroy the MTT. And that's how much time they've wasted. Either they should buff the MTT health or something, or just shorten the entire thing. But I'm not sure if either of those things are going to happen anytime soon. That's why it's in number 7. Number 6 is Endor. Endor, I just love it. In the first game, it's great, and they somehow were able to make it different, but still make it just as good as it was in the first game, into the second game, believe it or not. What I like about Endor is the random Ewoks you can find anywhere, and the Ewok villages. And one time on Endor, I jumped onto the AT with a bunch of rebels, and we just sat there and sniped everyone across the map. I guess we didn't snipe, we just sat there. But then the only problem with it, Endor, is the first phase, because it's difficult to take. But the second and third phase make up for a lot. So I think it's fine in number 6. Okay guys, we're into the top 5. And these ones are really hard to choose. But eventually, number 5 was Crate. Crate is the first DLC map in the game, which is just so good. I mean, the first phase is quite a sniper fest, and Leia's just overpowered on it. And the second phase is pretty fun. And so is the first phase, even though it's a sniper fest. You can still get some good battle points from heavy and stuff. But my problem with this map is the third phase. The third phase is just so hard for the First Order to win. I don't think I've won from the First Order for a few months now, and I play it quite often. So if the third phase is a little easier, and maybe they can get some of the hard sail transport ships, or maybe just one entrance to get to the other side there, then it'll be way easier. But the only problem is, it's just almost impossible for the First Order to get to the other side of the door, and then by that point, they've already lost all their troops. Number 4 is the second Death Star, and I really like this map because there's so many special features and stuff that you probably won't even find them all when you first play it. And the tractor beam is kind of a reference to the original Death Star on the first phase, and on the second phase you can see the Death Star firing its beam, and if you override the turbo lasers, they deactivate. There's quite a lot of interesting things you can see on the Death Star. The first phase could be a little bit short, but that's only if you have a really good team. And overall, I give it a 9 out of 10. This is just a really great map. But for some reason, it's not always in the rotation. But when it is, you should definitely stick around for it. Just shy of first place is Geonosis. I love Geonosis, but it might go down in the ranking video if I do another one. But the reason why it's so high is because it's brand new and the newest map. So I put it in the second spot. And also, it's really unique. And I like uniqueness. For example, ATTEs, the brand new vehicle they added for the game, and the stats, they're just so awesome. The Bark Speeder, who cares about it? But the other two are awesome, and then it came with Obi-Wan. And I like the droids better on Geonosis than in other maps. And it's the first map, if you paid attention, that the droids are defending. We all know what number 1 is. It's Jakku. I know I put it in number 13, but I was too lazy to move it. And all that stuff I was talking about was supposed to be for Takodana. So eventually, I'm putting it at the first place. Well, I bet that most people are surprised and stuff, but this is what I think. By the way, this entire list is all my opinion. We all knew that Naboo was going to be number 1. I mean, this map is the map that they showed mostly in the trailer for the game, so why wouldn't it be number 1? Also, I love all 3 phases. Attacking the MDT is not too long nor too short. And the second phase, I know it's a lot easier, but now it seems a lot better, and it makes it even better across the list. And the third phase is just great. I like it all the way through. And I swear I got my 2 best kill streaks for the Obi-Wan and Palpatine. It's just, and the detail in the map is so great, and they even put it in the campaign. I'm pretty sure it's one of the only maps they put in there. They put Endor in there, but there's not many other ones. So this map is definitely number 1. No doubts about that. And all that stuff I said about Jakku, I wasn't telling the truth. It was just to throw you off. Well, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you see the next one. Bye.